Be the first to get to the castle, the mythical castle.
Okay, perfect.
This is
kind of what I was
this
thinking.
is amazing. This is all fitting together very well.
Okay.
My traits.
And then, so can you guys share just so that way I kind of know maybe if there's a way I can like.
We all know each other.
Yeah, you're all buddies.
I want to be the first to enter the mythical castle.
Okay.
Because I'm patient. It's actually impatience.
Yeah.
He
So
wrote
I'm-
impatient,
so
but he
I'm-
capitalized MP. So then I'm patient.
That's something I would do.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd probably do
Top
that.
of Toadies Tower, you got it. You?
Alright, mine's to impress all the other kids with my smarts. Just because of my age, I'm the youngest. They think I'm a coward. And I'm smart, apparently.
Okay. Perfect. So yeah, so that's kind of what you're bringing to the table there. Perfect. Johnny.
I want to eat my safe pizza in my pocket.
Nice. Nice. You slip a little secret slice. That's what we call that on the playground.
Is that what's in your pocket?
That's one thing in my pocket.
Okay.
I like to hug people.
You like to hug people?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Little Billy wants to make it to a medium slide because he has never been to the medium height slides.
Okay. So, so medium is in like medium of like the way up. I'm gonna say
like
he's never made it halfway up.
Because a
This.
place like this, you'd imagine there'd be slides that are lower for the little
Takes a
chickens,
couple
and then
years to get up there, too.
He wants to go down the slides that talk to ghosts.
Yes. Yes. So, okay. And then the last thing we are going to do here is you are going to write that toy down. This has to go on the bottom. This is what you are, like, your symbolism of, you know, your coming of age, your youthful, whatever, blah, 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 blah. It's your safety.
Like you're kind of like a security blanket.
It is your security blanket, absolutely, and it certainly can literally be that. Remember, you're like with your buddies, but I think you all know each other enough to where you give each other shit about it, but you don't. Like, you all get it. Your mom's never hugged you enough, so.
So that one goes on the bottom. This isn't a thing. And then we put these in any order?
Yep. So orange on the bottom, and then any other one. So if Toadies Castle might be one you want to keep at the bottom. You can also, I'm going to say with your, whatever your bottom one is, like if you, like it's kind of coming to the end, like you can just like say, like you can, I don't really know how they do that, but like sometimes you might not be able to live that moment, and if that's stuck on top of your brink, that kind of hucks things down, so I'll just say like you can just excuse that with your brink, but once you use your brink, like you can't use any of your other cards. Does that make sense? That sound fair? Okay. Alright.
Wait, once you get to your brink, you can't use them?
Well,
or that's what we haven't written yet. That's right.
Typically, you would have gone all the way down. Let's say you have one sitting there, you just can't find a way to work it into the story or use it, or like you've missed your moment. Then you can just like discard any cards on top to use your break at any time. But then once you do it,
Yeah, I did pretty much anything above it.
Remember, virtues and vices reroll ones. Moments give you a hope dice. Your brink lets you reroll everything. Ones are bad. They stay out of the game. Sixes are good. You just need one to succeed in whatever you do. And then I read in my writing amuse socks. So we're gonna skip past that one.
Well, hello there.
So again, Toadies Tube Tower, birthday party, famed mythical Toadies Palace at the top. No one has ever seen. Little Leonidas' birthday party. I may just call you Leo. So,
just call him Leo.
And then can I get everyone's toy just so I know as well?
Oh. I have a Lego-shaped gun.
Oh, you son of a bitch. I have a Lego spaceship.
G.I. Joe action figure.
Oh, gosh. Well, I guess mine isn't really a toy, but a watch that my grandfather gave me.
I'm fine with that. I think that's good. It's a cherished item.
That's probably way better than ours.
It is, yeah.
No.
You're a toy gun.
No. We're making 9 and 10. And
Arranged. Oh, arranged stacks. That's what it is arranged stacks. Okay.
yeah, I can see that.
Justy, can you hit the blade?
This one above us?
Yes.
Hit it. I did that in the
Alright, breathe really hard.
4th grade, I think. 2nd grade. They said, go flip off the lights. I walked up and
See, and this is why we're playing 9 through 12-year-olds, is because y'all are going to just fit right the fuck in. Okay. So, there's one thing about this birthday party that you haven't told any of your friends.
Son of a bitch.
Even Snoopy Steve hasn't figured out your guys' ultimate plan for Leonidas' kick-ass party.
10th kick-ass, 10th kick-ass.
Yeah. You guys have all convinced each other's parents that after the party, you are going to someone else's house. You guys were allowed to bike here, were given money, you come here enough to where the parents have trusted you to where this is a little bit more unsupervised than most kids your age would probably have. And you guys have decided to spend the night, hide in the castle, or hide within the tubes in the bottom till after hours and try to take the entire night to get to the famed Toadies Towers Castle.
We're badass.
You guys are way cooler than I was at 10, for sure.
I wish
So,
I didn't pick up a fat nerd, but let's go.
So again, I will step in from. I will kind of lead things a little bit, but I will hand things off to you guys. Feel free to talk to each other in character, and if I kind of feel there's a bit of an ebb, I will step back in and lead. Does anyone have any questions again on like kind of how the structure works?
So it's arcade at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
2nd floor is the slides, tubes, and all that.
Yeah.
Like
So
an arcade floor?
it ascends. So it kind of has this overhang. So this is like a cutout of the side. So like this is where like the front doors and stuff would be going in, and this is where like the pizza place and the arcades and all like the general stuff, like the main floor. It looks like you walk into like a Chuck E. Cheese or like an arcade area. In the very back, you see the bottoms of several slides coming out into safe spots, into ball pits, and several staircases, net ladders, and that kind of stuff that all lead up. Once you are up there, there are claims that there are slides that go. There's one slide that goes all the way from the top to one of the bottoms. A lot of slides interconnect unknowing from a higher level to one of the lower levels, and you're not entirely sure. You know, there's like I said, there's all sorts of ways. Some places are like very hard. It almost has a bit of age, like built-in age restrictions to like how far apart monkey bars are spaced. Or some kids say that there might be areas where there's other arcade spots where to access these like cool sliding panels there are arcade games you need to win. You all have, I'll say, 5 arcade coins in case you do you've pocketed those, in case you do encounter any of these on the way up. And Fletcher's going to shake my hands like, what a gentleman. Nope, just want his pen back because I'm a thief. So, you guys, so you're waiting and you're looking for your opportunity. You see like a small like pile of ants going towards this like rotten apple core in the corner. You know, some debris throughout the day. The kids slowly start dwindling down, and you start seeing some of the cleaning staff come out, and you know it is about 20 to close. What do you guys do to hide?
I think we should go up the ladders. Or stairs.
Ball pit. Hide in the ball pit.
That might work, but that is on the first floor where all the staff is going to be.
It's true.
They would never find us. Also, do you know what else is in that ball pit? I don't. I don't want to know.
go up the stairs.
I think we go to the next floor.
You just get as high as possible, at least. Because adults are lazy.
This is true.
They're gonna chase. If they see us, they're gonna chase us, and then we're gonna go high up a ladder or climb up a slide, and they're just gonna go, ah, fuck yes.
Or do we just go as high as we can go?
I say we start peeking, but it's something now. They will never see us. You guys are the coolest. Sound like something 10-year-old would say.
He would though. I'm a 10-year-old watched Lord of the Rings. I would definitely quote
Exactly.
Lord of the Rings. Like he thinks he's
like
some like Spanish.
I'm just quoting.
I know.
Do I have like the tone? It was. I'm sorry. Okay, back in it. Little Billy.
Huh?
Yeah, I don't know if we should go up too high. We'll play bubblegum.
Hmm.
Whoever wins. What's bubblegum? Bubblegum in the middle. How many pieces
Put a
do you
finger in
wish?
the middle.
Yep.
Whoever gets picked gets to decide. Bubblegum, bubblegum. How many pieces do you wish? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's your choice.
We're going ball pit.
That's rigged.
Okay.
It's so fitting ball pits.
So you hear there are some arcade machines that they don't turn off at night, which is really the ambience I spent hours looking for, and I couldn't find one that didn't have like people chattering. And then I tried an elevator and mall music. It was too happy. Anyways, side points. So you hear some of that blah, 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 like those like noise getters, and every once in a while they go wow, 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 of those arcades, and they slowly die down here and there, but some you can tell for high score purposes or whatnot, they keep going. You hear Miss Pac-Man in the background kind of running. Again, the arcade machines, you kind of hear those old familiar tunes and hums buzzing, but a lot of the din of the noise has gone down. You guys, you roll, shuffle into the ball pits as deep as you can, and you get a good covering on you. And you start to see some of the main overhead lights starting to go out, and you hear,
Oh, hey, Chad! Have you checked the pits yet? Remember, just take the mop and poke around. I want to go home. Vanessa wants to, like, hang out later. And I think it's the night.
well, oh, I suppose, but we're supposed to check it pretty good. And he goes,
Just fucking poke it with the broomstick, Chad. Get the fuck over with. He's like, I'm gonna crawl into the tubes and make sure none of those little shits are hanging on the top there. And you poke around there.
oh, fine, but watch the language next time. There might be kids around, and even if they're here, being little delinquents, it's not good. And he gets his stick and he starts poking and a half-assing through the ball pit. Since it's kind of all of you on this one, I'm going to give each of you 2 dice, and then since it was your idea, you get 1 more, and then... Oh, wait,
I only got 1.
You only got
Who's
one.
got
That makes sense. I was like, where's my math? And then it's your birthday, so you get another 1.
Yeah.
So everybody roll together. This is going to be our first, like, hiding check.
Ooh, I got another one.
I got a 1-6.
I got 2 skulls.
2
I got
skulls.
1 skull.
I got it.
All right, hand me the skulls. Those are mine now. Okay, so you guys succeed in hiding. Tell me what that looks like for you guys. So this is an example. Had that gone south, I would have dampened a candle. We would have established truths. I would have said, like, shit hit the fan a little bit. We would have moved on. Since you succeeded, I get these. Next time you have to try something, it's going to be harder to succeed, clearly. But you guys get to tell me how this goes. So give me the scenes. You guys have successfully hit the ball pit. Let me know.
So it took a bit for these guys to cover Bailey's fat ass with balls.
That's not a gay thing because he's fat. Sammy, the nerdy-sounding employee, walking around doing a more thorough check than he was told to do, but enough to make him feel like he did a good enough check. Stirred the little handle around a little bit.
Okay.
I'm like clutching my finger and he's rubbing his head. And I hear him wheezing. I put my hand over his mouth. Like,
That's not how he...
I forgot your friends Tommy and Jeffy are also there.
I forgot about them too.
They're kind of quiet. One's like socially awkward, and the other one's just quiet. Like one's a cousin to you, and the other one is like just like those when you like your family had like force you to like somebody like they felt bad for him, so now you have to deal with his shit. That's why he's there.
Which one, Tommy or Jeffy?
Tommy.
Tommy?
Tommy sounds like that loser. Jeffy's a cousin. So, alright, so they're in there and they, you guys, you hear Brad come sliding down the tube. He's like,
Alright, they're supposed to spray this shit down, but I really don't care, so let's just fucking bounce.
well, they say,
I said let's bounce!
and you can hear the scuffling footprints of Chad as he gets pushed forward. Fine. The doors swing open. A panel of switches is hit. The doors lock with a deafening silence. The world has gone dark. You are locked within Toadies Tower of Tubes, and you guys have successfully got yourselves in. So, what do you guys want to do?
This is your plan, genius. Here we take the shortest ladder. Scared of heights.
Tommy, he's like, yeah, I think I saw like a bug or something under the balls when I was down there, so I think it would be best to maybe start heading up a little bit. A little bit would be nice. And so he's just kind of waiting on your guys's.
Enter!
What?
The doubles.
Oh,
Hope you don't mind that. It's fine.
that's fine. Thank you.
I'm zooming.
Good, now the smell with...
Oh, right, yeah, this will be
great
perfect.
in there.
I really wanted to get us all like party favor hats and like really amp it up, but
No.
so you guys you're locked in. You have
To the
arcade-
top!
To the top!
Hold on.
My voice.
I know. Hold on. Don't make fun of me. Yeah, we will.
we need to make a plan. How far has everybody gone up?
I think I need to stretch first. I've been squished next to I forgot his name. Billy? Yeah.
Hey.
I've been squished against the edge of the ball pin Billy the whole time, so I think I need to stretch.
Yeah. So you start stretching. Tommy and Jeffy are kind of like twiddling their fingers. Tommy will never make the first move. I'll let you guys know that. You want a small ladder. Remember, the floor is also yours currently.
We should search the employee areas. See if there's anything we can use.
Like a flashlight? Because it's dark. I
There-
said flash, not flesh.
The only thing illuminating this area are a few like safety misty lights here and there kind of cast an ominous glow, especially the farther up the tubes you go. You can tell some of those tubes are completely dark. The bottom is fairly well lit with screens and that like vapor wavy sort of tone. The whole floor is cast with some of the like it's that like space theme carpet. Every one of those.
The black,
The
the neon
black. Yep.
dots.
So that's kind of there, and in the dark, you kind of see patches of light just through this bramble of tubing and stuff, and you think perhaps there might be spots up there that are also illuminated that probably didn't get shut off because Chad and Brad checked the place for $6.50 an hour. So, all right. So what do you guys want to do?
Check the employee room.
All right. So, yeah, kind of you take some time. You've known this is kind of near the restrooms. There's one of those like one-way glass things. You've seen some kids be chewed out. You know, your brother says he kissed his girlfriend at the top of the tower. Says that he has his face in the do not enter, like do not let this kid in, like wall of shame sort of deal. And there's some high scores written up in notices and warnings. And you get to the door, and you wiggle the handle, and it's locked. What do you guys want to do?
Jam Billy through the door.
What?
Tape a piece of pizza to the door and bring Billy to the other side. Go, hey, there's pizza. Just let him run at it.
Yes.
I say we just give up.
Is that the only way in?
You see, to the side, there is a little slide glass window, that you know they have, like, they'll poke out and, like, yell at kids, or they have, given, like, rewards and name badges and things stuff through there. And that is about 6 inch. I don't know if it's a pizza or your burp I can smell from here, but
It's probably the pizza.
Oh,
Because I went this way with it.
no. But that's also what you see. Like a little service window. Yep. It's kind of small.
One of us fit in it.
Yes. One of you could.
I think he
fit.
should do it.
Can we open
He's
it
the
first?
smallest.
Is it locked or?
So let's try it.
How are you guys gonna get up on?
How high was it?
It's about 6 feet. You're probably high enough to like touch it with your hand, but not probably high enough to without difficulty. Yeah. To move
So
it.
it's like tip of your fingers.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's not locked.
It is. It
We're gonna
seems.
find out.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Here, so
How are you gonna get to that window?
I'm a sturdy base.
Yes. We'll boost him.
So
Climb on his shoulder.
Boost me up.
yeah,
Are you the youngest?
he's the
Yeah, so
youngest.
you're the
He's trying to
lightest,
prove that
right?
he's all big and tough and shit. Sorry, freaking tough and shit.
You swore.
Who's gonna yell at us?
All right. So you guys boost, and you feel that it is open. And you think that someone could probably squeeze through it with.
Okay, I push up with him through the window.
Okay, who is going through?
I am.
You are. Okay. Give me a roll.
Yeah, dude. Come up from the guy that rolled 2 skulls out of 2.
I don't know. Gosh,
Yeah, that was me.
I got 6 last time.
All right.
2
Yes.
6s,
Two
1 skull.
All right. So, all right. So you get to that window. You are able to get up and over, and you see a desk that you can like step down onto in there. Give me the rest. What do you see when you're in there?
I see the cabinets that are open with papers. And I see keys just sitting on the desk. And the broom and the mop handle, broom and mop stick that they left in there.
Sure.
And the door.
In the door. Bastards. Okay. Are you gonna open the door for your buddies?
I'll unlock the door and open the door.
Okay. Cool. With the keys, you're able to unlock the door. You see a small red light flick to green as you unlock it. You hear a faint like, and the alarm does not go off. That would have been on the door from the other side. Since you have the keys now, you're able to do that without a problem. So you come out, you got your keys in one hand and big balls in the other hand. You're like, yeah! Broke into the place. So, okay, so now you guys have, you gotta have keys to the place?
Searching the cabinets for flashlight.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna push these things a little bit this time. So give me a good search.
You guys ever play Mario Party? Yeah. Yeah, I rolled a lot of 1s and 2s.
Yeah,
Wow, you fucked this over. Nothing. We got 2 left and none of them were 6s.
okay, so that is a fail. So as you guys are, because we gotta get this ball rolling.
Yeah. So I'm looking through finding.
Yeah, so
looking through cabinets.
you're looking through, and you do find a flashlight. And as you are going to pull it out, one of these asshats in the back, like
Fucking Tommy.
claps or says something like they're loud, and you fumble, and
Fucking Tommy.
the glass shatters
That's
on
even
this
worse.
old flashlight. The bulb, you hear pop, and you feel a cut on your hand. So you cut yourself pretty good somehow. So you will probably need to get patched up. You are now without that. You don't see any other flashlights in there, since typically this was done during the day. Maybe there was more back in whenever, but you kind of get the sense that there aren't any more flashlights here for you. This is a day park, more or less. The rest of you are a little shocked to see a friend hurt so quick and so easy. Into your adventure, you haven't even gone 2 rungs up the ladder and somebody's already bleeding. They say the blood starts on the 4th floor. And there's pictures of nude girls. Yeah, so that is over. So the dire situation currently right now is that you are bleeding out kind of heavy from this. You
Just leave me, guys.
I'm gonna try to write the chapters down just so I can remember that later.
So now we're starting again?
Should have used one of your cards. Come on.
I didn't even think about that. I forgot about these things.
Oh yeah, you could have.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Do you want? You had 3 skulls. Do you want to use that on your last one?
Sure, what do I gotta...
Well,
pick-
unless
No, we'll just keep
we'll
just keep
roll
going
with it just
save
because we're
Yeah, don't
yeah.
worry about it. I'm not gonna try and waste time.
So chapter 1, the bleeding hand, is over. So now we establish truth. So this is something where you guys can bring a fact into reality. In this game, remember, you can't like depower anything that's coming after you. You can't like magically, like, whatever. But for example, you could say there's a first aid kit by,
That's
or
exactly what I
there's
Yeah, that's legally.
Yep.
You have
So
that.
and yeah, or what have you. I get one, and then once I do my bit, it's over. So you don't have to go in order, but if you have one, you can say it.
I have a question, quick.
Yeah.
Were we planning to get to the top before we had this birthday party? Or like
Well,
before
we were here for the birthday party.
You were there for
And
the
then our
birthday party. Like the
sneaky
cover was
plan
like
was
why you were there is for this birthday party. You've lied to all your parents. You've probably tried to get to the top before, so you have some familiarity.
So our plan was to get all the way to the top stuff. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. That's your overnight plan is to be this like, it's coming up the end of summer break, and like you want to go back into class and like tell all the kids like you got to the top of the tower. Like you would be, you might get to hold hands with a girl if you get up there. You know what I mean?
That's intense.
That's huge.
It's huge.
A lot of pressure, guys. Hands are sweaty, too.
So yes. So does anybody want to establish a truth? Well, you can just raise the hands or we can go in order.
Yeah, there is a first aid kit, but it's just, again, a little bit... We're adults reaching.
Okay. be inconsequential. It doesn't have to be something huge. But kind of keep these in the back of your mind of things.
What year is it? Is it modern times?
We're gonna go mid-90s.
Mid-90s, okay. So we don't all have smartphones with flashlights.
No. No. I would say, like, internet... Like, this place might have one. Remember, like, McDonald's,
Very
they
well.
had the little video game consoles, like the MS Paint and stuff on there. Like, it might have some limited access to the internet, but it's slow and laggy and so on.
Oh, just like a computer in... Like Clerks 2, they had the computer in the restaurant.
Yeah.
The flashlight is a mag light.
Okay.
And that's because most mag lights have an extra bulb stored in the back end.
Okay.
And with that, I'm going focus.
I, the other day, watched someone apply first aid on a movie.
Okay. That's good. Yeah. All right.
You punch Josh on me. It's just...
It's okay. And like I said, you can always burn these things too. If you're like, I've got extra lint in my pocket or whatever. Like, it doesn't need to be something huge. Maybe,
Two!
maybe, like I said, there's always that pocket knife idea. Like, you know, there's little things like, or like you're a really good aim with a rubber band gun, or
That can come in handy.
you know, it could be
Slingshot, you
numerous
see it?
things. Your
They
boogers
won.
are extra
Duh.
sticky.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
Or you could even make a truth kind of about another person to be like, you know, someone is lying about something, or like, you know, those ones are harder to take a sip of that. I'm gonna have to because I know I'm gonna piss him and it kind of kills the all of that.
Well, he's going to be doing it, so... That's the point.
It's good stuff.
Scott Hunter.
Alright, truth is, one of John's birthday presents has a basketball in it.
Cool. All right.
It'll come,
Yeah.
come in handy later, you'll see.
You'll see.
I don't see how it can come in handy. Okay.
All right.
First aid kit, mag light.
That could have been.
I've seen
yes.
first aid on TV.
First aid.
Yeah, he was watching MASH.
John's present has a basketball in it.
There you go.
All right. So, Tommy and Jeffrey, they pile up on top of each other and they pull that first aid kit off the box. It is not as fully stocked as one would think. As they open it, some like a spider crawls out from underneath it and goes like sprawling on the ground, and Tommy just like without question stomps that thing. And there's like an audible like pop as he gets this thing. It was a big boy. But there is, in fact, first aid stuff in there, and you are able to wrap him up well enough to where it at least, like, does stop the bleeding. I am going to let you... They do normally have them. We're going to see if it's equipped. Give me a roll.
Wow. Nope. Nothing. No sixes.
So you can use one of your things to re-roll ones if you'd like.
So, but it's top ones.
But do I have to make it somehow apply?
Yeah, you had to make it apply to the story.
You know what? Actually, I'm gonna let that one pass. This is kind of weird. I'll let that one pass.
No, I was gonna say, just tell him you're in a hurry to. You're sick of waiting.
Yeah, I mean, if you're impatient.
You know, how do I make that apply to...
Because you're sick of waiting for fucking Leo here to patch me up. It's taking too goddamn
I'll
long.
be impatient.
Okay, so you're impatient and like you were gonna help with that, and you're like, fuck it, you're just gonna go check that light and see if there is anything there.
6.
A 6.
And another skull.
Sweet.
There's a skull.
All right. So,
So we have light.
and then I'm gonna see if I get more
Wanna
6s
burn
than you.
this?
I got the same amount.
And just put it in the middle.
You can put them if you guys want to burn them. You can burn them.
It's not my house.
I don't care either way. So if it's more fun for you guys to burn a card, yeah, well, you know what? We're gonna get a little flashlight in here. We'll start a corner and we'll see how long it goes. All right. So you are impatient. You unscrew it, and yes, as a matter of fact, there is a little bulk in the back of that. And you are able to screw it in, and it does work. So now you have a working mag light as well. All right. So you guys are in the office. You got a set of keys. You got a mag light. You know there's a basketball in one of the presents. Kind of Jeffrey like squad that spider. They're kind of like staring at it, playing with legs and stuff. And you guys. Oh, I have to say my truth. You are not alone.
Oh, no, there's another one here. Oh, yeah, there's more than one of us here.
Yes. So you are not alone.
Where's
You
Steve?
didn't know this.
Fucking Steve's here.
Where's Steve, dude?
Chapter 2 has started. So, yeah. So you guys step out and you hear this low, like this pulse that kind of reverberates through the room. And it doesn't sound like a game.
Is it coming from the same room? Kind of going in and out of his voice?
It's
or-
almost as like it's like a deep bass, and it could have been through the speakers. You're not even entirely sure. It was just it was enough for you to to notice, and a bit of like that feel like when you're like real close to a big heavy speaker, and as soon as it comes, it goes, and you don't really get a distinct thing of where it was. What do you guys want to do?
Okay, I got the flashlight. Let's keep climbing.
Guys, I really don't know about this.
This is your idea.
He's heard. We should leave. I don't know about this.
This is your idea, and I'm the hesitant one.
Want to check those doors? Want to go check those doors? The exit doors?
Oh yeah,
They didn't lock them, so.
Oh, yep. So,
Gosh, look like girlfriend.
well, actually,
Words.
so we're not. So you go up.
Yeah.
So this won't be a roll on this one. So and not everything is like all kinds of signs. Sometimes they're like you can make an argument whether it's worth it or not. But I'm still learning the pacing of this as well here. But so you go up to those doors, and they're kind of like those gym doors where like you push on the outside. You see that same like little blipping red light up in the corner, and with some hesitancy you go to push. And normally when you get that that click is one of those goes in, you feel like you're like squishing into something, like it's like there's just more force to it, like something like a viscous,
Like it's gummed up.
like it's
Rust
gum,
hydraulic
not
work.
even rust. It feels. It'd be like if you were pushing it down to like moss, almost like this soft, like. And as you do, dripping out of the frame comes this brownish black ichor. It sticks to your hand and kind of like strings off to the door, and it's like almost like pine sap, where it's uncomfortably sticky, and it doesn't quite seem to want to go away. Like even though you like wash and clean it off, and the doors don't seem to budge as you do that. What do you guys want to do?
Just keep going up.
Should we get the things out there?
Might as well.
Keep going.
Go. Go up.
There's no way out.
Get up like, well, that door's fucked. Alright.
No other doors to replace.
There is not, except for the fabled top tower. This is,
To the top.
No fire exits?
I mean, I'm telling you, this isn't probably like the most,
Right.
like,
It's the 90s.
that's what I'm saying. This is maybe not up to code. This seems like an old it used to be an
or is
old
this one of
warehouse.
those Coconut Grove situations where they chained up all the fire exits to keep people from sneaking in?
Two parts of that. They've also, like, you can see spots where, like, fire doors might have been, but they built a tube, like, in front of it, so there's, like, no way. Like, you can even see, like, the old, like, exit sign, and it's just there, like,
It's in front of the doors, and they all swing in.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is
So,
also illegal in of itself, because the fire doors are supposed to swing.
so yes. So Andrew has found that this place is not
Up to
up
code.
to code.
You know what?
So yeah, all right. So the task stands before you. The ascent up the dark tower.
So, I think before this,
Hmm?
like if we were a bunch of kids, we would try to like map out the place and try to find the best route. And then
Should have put that in your pocket, dude.
like beforehand, like I feel like kids would do that.
Yeah.
Like as they're planning, and then right when the night goes out, we would
Save that for your next truth.
I will say, I will give you the first level. The first level you guys probably have down for like 90% certainty, just out of just pure use. Like it is where the kids can get up. Everything is fairly easy access. Again, the second level is probably about as high as most of you have gotten. There's usually some like bigger kids blocking the entryways going up, being rude. Or like you know, like you think you find something, you're like, this is a tube going up, and you start to crawl, and then it turns into a slide, and you right back down to level 1. So 2 is where the tricks, I would say, start to like come in. Like the first level was probably there originally, like when the place was first built, and then they're like, let's do something with this extra 4 stories above us. So I will say that beyond a few just like tricky spots to clamber over, or where like kids have, you know, kids are like, oh, I know if I step here and I climb up this bar, I can like. That's the sort of stuff that starts to happen more frequently.
Okay, yeah. So is it just the couple tubes that come out on the first one? Or is it kind of like all over?
There are 7 tubes.
Perfect. So
3. There is 1 tube that is the fabled one that supposedly goes from the top.
from the tippy top castle tower where Peach is.
Supposedly.
So I walk up to that tube and yell inside of it.
Your yell reverberates around the edge, and you hear almost an unnatural muffling of your voice as it goes up. You can see like where like the scuff marks from all the other slides are pretty stood out in that like soft foam landing area. This one is barely touched. What you do know is that many kids have tried to climb up this slide to get like to bypass a shortcut, and none have succeeded. By knocking on the outside, like knocking as they go up, rumors has it that, you know, Alex, who's now in high school, back when he was your age, they heard knocking all the way on the 3rd level before he slid down, and he still has the rug burns from the side of the tube going down. That's how steep it was to this day. Like just like the scars. So, or like you know like the tube burns, like you know you hold on where it's that like friction burn. There are some on his elbows and his knees from like it like collapsing and him trying to catch himself. So that is quite steep. That's the highest anyone has ever seemed to get. But you echo up and you hear it goes far, but
like they got us nowhere.
Human ladder.
Well, there are other ways.
To the other floor, like ladders.
Well, we might have to tackle this just floor
I
by
guess we
floor.
could take a real ladder.
Yes.
well, shit! I didn't think about that. You guys live.
Holy crap, we broke it. Okay. So, I'm gonna... I think it's real. What color tube is it?
That one is red.
It's a red tube. Follow the red tube up.
I was just thinking, is anyone able to carry a basketball and go up a ladder at the same time? Or are we all too small?
Like you mean like you'd hold it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're kids, like by 9 or 10, you're pretty dexterous. Like this is when you're doing stupid shit on playgrounds.
We grab the basketball, and we use that to figure out which tube goes where by dropping the basketball down the tube.
One basketball is 7 tubes.
You can knock one of them out, right?
I'm not carrying a stupid basketball.
Jeff goes.
We'll make a.
You open your own present for him.
Jeff.
It's the one left
Yeah, Jeff
wrap.
can carry it.
Jeff can carry.
Okay,
it.
sure. Yeah, you have 2 pack mules. So Jeff,
Fuck Jeff.
Tommy's 10. Should he carry it?
yeah, no, Jeff
Jeff's the loser. He's gonna have bad luck. No, let's give it to Tommy.
Tommy takes it and he bounces it a few times. And he like rolls it up the.
No,
you hear-
Tommy's a loser.
Oh,
I have it right here.
Okay, definitely Jeff then. Jeff.
So he like throws up the big one, and it comes rolling out and shoots out with like a lot of speed. And he catches it, and it comes back a bit dusty, just because no one's ever like really gotten up that far. Like doesn't try it.
Vibration.
Yeah. You know, there's some like little like shells of bugs and stuff that come like sliding down and stuff like this thing is just dirty. And yeah.
Skeleton of a child.
Yeah.
Steve.
Steve.
Dressed in a shirt from the 20s.
Yeah. So
Real like Eisenhower.
so yeah. So Tommy has the ball. Are you guys going up through the first level?
Are we gonna climb the slide?
Oh, there should be a ladder or stairs or something.
We should get to the second level the way that we always do.
Yeah. Because we know the
So
area.
ladder.
We know the first level.
We know the. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we take the ladder.
So you guys, the first level is easy enough. I'm gonna give you that one. It is to the point where you know the first half of it, like the back of your hand. You know the slides. 2 of the blue slides are on this level. So there are 4 other ones. 2 of the blue slides come shooting down this level. To the 7. So 1 is the red one.
Yeah.
2 are the blue ones. So there's 4.
Okay.
Yep, 4 ones that are for different levels. Mind you, again, there are some slides that interconnect levels. Supposedly, you know for a fact there's a slide on the second level that connects to the first one. In fact, you see the green tube staring right in front of you from the second level. You find one of those like rope ladders that are a little bit too hard for smaller kids, like the gaps are a bit bigger. That leads to the main spot of the first level, and you guys climb up that. Tommy throws the basketball up to Jeffrey. You gotta catch it, fuck! And he drops it, and like Tommy catches it again, and then just like beams it off his head and like moves up. So you guys are all in the second level. As you go, you know the skirts of this thing. You could probably, without a lot of effort, find where the green slide goes down to the first level here, if need be. As you get to this second level, you hear almost like as you pull on one of the final nets in the rungs, you hear this like chittering, and you look down, and it's unnerving in a way. You guys, this place is usually fun. It's usually light, and there's some darker, spooky corners where you like use as jail cells as a kid, or you would, like that's where the bad guys come from. So much more in the dark. There's a lot more, even in this familiar ground, a lot more fumbling around, a lot more like trying to figure your way out in this. Even with the light, because of the odd corners and the shapes and the nets, it casts these large shadows, and you guys start to feel that kind of sense of being alone in a hollow place, like an empty house, or and the grandeur of what you guys are doing kind of starts to sink in. And you are on the second level. What do you guys do?
A lot for the second level.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've never made it past the second level, so I don't know how to go up from here.
Has anybody ventured on this?
Nope.
Nobody?
I mean,
Okay, so I'm gonna go up to one of the tubes that I'm assuming is there tubes that come out on the second level from higher up?
Not here,
Okay.
but you know that they exist.
Okay. But is there a green one that passes through?
They're the only one that there's the exit of the green one directly below you, and you kind of know your way to the entrance of that green one. So that brings you from level 2 to level 1.
Okay. Is there anyone that we can walk up and...
At this point, you guys can always this is part of what you guys could say. Like, before me, I see this. You guys can describe this stuff if you want. This is kind of your spot.
So I see one of the tubes coming from an unknown level above that passes through the second floor, and I give her a good little boom, 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 as much as a vacuum can.
Yeah, so you hear a hollow echoing. You get to feel like it's one of the crawling tubes. And that's about what you can get out of that. It sounds empty and hollow.
So I'm gonna look around for some more stairs.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, so you guys start searching. How do you look through this stuff? Like, maybe what are some, well, that could be truth and stuff. I was gonna say, what are some of your, like, on the playground, your specialties, if you will?
I'm gonna with the mesh nets.
The mesh
come
nets?
down.
Ah,
'Cause
yeah.
I'm so light, I can just...
Zip right up them. Okay.
Fat kid, I really don't have playground.
Written on you too
No.
much. You guys, so yeah, so before you there are several, like, crawl tube entrances. There's a few that are like those, like, stairway nets.
So that's the thing, like the tubes are just crawl spaces that just is a maze.
Yep,
Okay,
and that
perfect.
could be, like, there's dead ends, there's those, like, lookouts, like you get to, it's a big glass thing and you overhang. Some lead to, like, extra ball pits.
Okay, I say that we all pick a tube, go through, and as soon as someone finds it, let's yell, and then come back to the second floor. Then we'll go through that tube.
Yeah. I'll say my playground skills have a good sense of direction.
Okay, sure. Okay, I like that. Alright, since we're playing this a little bit differently, because you guys are splitting up, do you mind that I split action amongst you like I did that one time? Does that kind of make sense? Since it's not like, oh, I am trying to do something, it is everyone.
That dude's got some mad yo-yo skills.
Okay?
That's the playground thing.
Put that yo-yo in. Alright. And I might not do this every time. I might start having, like, to where you guys all pass. But, alright, yeah, so each of you starts to explore your areas. And I only need one of you to proceed, or I will take all ones.
Go.
I got 6 as well.
Okay?
And I got a skull.
Alright, so... Oh, you keep your... Oh, I see.
But I had a 6.
So, how many 6s did we get all together? 2? Alright. So, the two of you who got a 6, what happens? What do you do? You guys get narrative control of this at this point.
What did you find at the end of your tube?
I go through my tube pretty quick and notice that there's nothing on mine.
Okay.
Just leads back to the same second floor.
Just a loop around.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah, way to take control.
No, that's...
No, that's good. That's it.
That's fine. Who else had... Just gonna have the dice.
Yeah.
Who else had the other 6?
Andrew.
Andrew? Okay.
Yes. Of course, we don't want to make it something obvious to Toadies. Rob and I, anyways.
You see Steve just standing there.
That's the thing, is, like, they tell you to tell everybody that you're gonna die in the end, so, like, you're not, like doing just stupid stuff to stay alive, but it also kind of takes a bit of that away, but you guys have nothing to do.
I want to say I find a door with stairs on the other side.
Okay.
But it's a locked employee lock.
Alright. Alright,
We have
so...
keys.
Well,
Yes.
the puncher didn't leave him somewhere. He's 9.
Yeah, so...
Who trusted a 9-year-old with keys? Jeez.
So...
Fight him.
Frank, so you guys start to go. You find a tube. You don't like. You know there's maybe a couple entrances to the next few levels here. There's rumored to be 2 easy ways up. One would be trying to find that second slide. You know, the slide coming down from the 3rd level. And the other one is a stairwell. On that information, Andrew, you start looking for, or Frank, you start looking for things that might architecturally lead to that. You know, and you go around and you come around a corner that you have not yet seen in your exploration of this place. And it leads into it's a tube, and you can see in it there is this little cut in the plastic, like this hatch, 2 hinges, and a little lock that is currently shown to be locked. What do you want to do?
I'd say go back, because I know no one's there. Go back, try to gather up with everyone else as they are coming back from their little exploration. I'll try to lead them all that way so we can see if we can't get it open.
Okay. Are you guys want to go the door? See what's up?
More of a lead than we got.
Sure. So so you guys meet up, and this is a bit odd. You know, it is a clearly locked adult purpose thing. Even the tubes going to this were a little bit larger, which is maybe that hint that you got that there was something off this way. And you're gonna check your key ring to see what's in it.
But I don't have any.
Oh, I suppose.
So would he?
Oh yeah,
Hunter's got the keys.
Hunter's got the keys.
Yeah, then this one was done, right?
Right?
2 skulls and a 6.
Okay, so you get a 6. I think maybe I only get the 1 because it's the long handle. So 3. So no. So you get narrative rights. So what happens when you try to use your keys?
Oh, that's... Let's say, because you keep one of them, remember?
Mm-hmm. I will always keep one, but I was thinking the more I get to roll against you for these later ones.
Yeah. No. Right.
But I don't remember that part, so for now I'm not going to unless I need to move something
The
on.
first key I try, struggle with, and end up busting it, but the piece falls out from the lock hole. So luckily, since I'm smart, I actually look at the tip of the key to see if it would fit the hole, and I find the right key, and unlock it.
Okay. It unlocks. So immediately you can tell this is not a part of the maze that kids are intended to go into. I will give you the opportunity. Do you want to narrate what you want to be in there, or do you want me to take a hold of this?
You take all of this.
Okay. So you open, and it gives a bit of a on those hinges. It's not a super used.
Is it like a full-size door?
No, it's
I missed that.
it's probably about the size of that square there. It's part of the tube, but you can tell it has been cut at some point. It's an entry hatch, and what you find is kind of a maintenance room in a way. It's a quick access. You see a pair of stairs leading down from this room, and it's kind of this closed box, and it doesn't look like a very well-used room. It looks more to be that if some kid got stuck on this secondary level when this was just 2 levels, that this was kind of the adults' hatch. They didn't have to buck about in there. They could just get to the 2nd level. This place, you definitely see bugs skitter and scatter across. It is cobwebby, it is dark, and it has a busted light bulb. The only way you guys are seeing in this right now is the flashlight. And more or less all it is a small landing area, concrete around the sides, and a single ladder going down to some presumably locked door on the 1st level.
Close it! Close it!
I'm scared. I'm scared right now. Yeah.
Oh wait, there might be flashlights.
Okay.
You guys go down that ladder. This has never been used.
I don't want to go in there.
Look at this dust.
I think we should explore it.
we're gonna do this.
Also, if it's some sort of maintenance place, some sort of maintenance place, we can get tooled up.
Sure.
He got it, by the way.
Oh, you got the flashlight?
Yes.
Oh, that's not cool anymore. That was a big catchphrase.
I fixed it. It's mine.
I'm the birthday boy.
Pulling
You
birthday
cry
right.
if you want to.
Hey,
I only fixed it because Fatty had to self-harm with a flashlight.
hand me a random raise, please, Jesse.
Random what?
Reds.
Oh, by the way, did anyone else do it or no?
I don't. Thank you. I appreciate it.
No, we're not twos.
Anyone want gum?
I just said I don't chew anything.
You don't listen.
Right.
Well, speaking of snakes, you guys see that video of the snake swallow the whole crocodile?
Yes.
Whoa.
No, but I
Is
will
it the
Google
one where
that
the snake
later.
explodes at the end?
I didn't see the very end of it. I just saw like he like engulfed a whole crocodile. It's awful. It was
No, it's good
Well,
actually.
It was quite scary.
Right? I saw one where a snake swallows a centipede. The centipede eats its way out of its gut.
That is amazing.
Yep.
Have you seen the zombie snakes?
No.
You were in the news a while back.
The zombie deer?
Zombie deer.
These snakes are called hognose snakes because they're basically the drama queens of the reptile world.
Oh.
So when they feel threatened, they play dead, but they do it in a very dramatic way. They flop on their back and go, oh!
What?
And their head, their mouths open, tongue lip hanging out.
That's
Keeping that dice from out of here.
What's the zombie deer?
They eat flesh.
They start eating flesh. There's an infection. They start eating flesh, and they eat flesh and passes it on.
They go brain dead.
No
And
way.
like the
It started in the
virus,
south.
and like I don't know if it's pretty much the virus, but it takes over their brain, and they eat other deer,
Is it chronic wasting disease?
I think so.
Something to do with that?
and then it passes it to
And
the
it
deer
passes
that they
to other deer.
Like legit zombie
It's
deer.
a
Zombie
legit,
deer,
it's a legitimate zombie deer. And if they said if humans touch it or if humans get bit, they can get infected. This is the start of the zombie.
And that's how it starts as a deer?
And yeah, Minnesota, of all the dangerous animals we don't have, we got the fucking zombie
Yeah,
deer.
we've got poisonous spiders.
We have fucking zombie deer, boys.
Also, in my head, this is all head. Like, you guys were having this conversation at the top of this.
No,
Like,
that's what I was
balcony.
thinking too.
No, like, this is totally, I want to say, like, you guys are
90s.
just, you're kids, you're like, oh, dude, you hear about that? Like,
We're all scared now.
Did you guys hear about that zombie deer?
now we're now I'm more
I heard
scared.
about it after my dad
Yeah,
got
right.
the internet, because it's the 90s, remember?
yes.
Your dad got the internet.
Yeah.
I'm too poor.
Real life.
Okay. So who's going down there to look for flashlights?
No one goes.
You know, those
I ain't going down
Well, I
there.
have the flashlight, so I might as well go looking for another one.
Okay.
Somebody else should go in case it's
Then I can
going
have the
to
other, and I'll be the king of light.
I forgot what I.
Guys, we still have 5 tokens to play this arcade. Can we not just go?
Can we not just, like,
Alright, so I'm gonna go with them, but I'm really scared. And since I like to hug people, I'm gonna like hugging it around the whole time behind them. Like,
okay.
I begrudgingly allow it.
as I whisper.
I got a 6, a 6, a 6, and a 4.
Wow, nice. I'm gonna roll my 1 to see if I get more 6s than you. I got 1. It is impossible for me to roll more. Alright, so yeah, you go down there. What do you find?
I find another flashlight, and the maintenance room. What else? A set of crescent wrenches.
Sure.
Should we scare the other boys? Just a quick one.
Let's just scream loudly like we saw something.
So the boys of you up there,
So Tommy pisses his pants.
I was
Sorry,
gonna
not
say-
Tommy. Yeah, Tommy can piss his pants.
Tommy-
Don't say me. But,
is
right down the ladder.
no, Tom, you see like you all jump.
Forgot I wasn't Tommy.
Because like it has been this quiet descent, and then you hear some rattling, and then you hear this blood-curdling scream. You see Tommy give like this involuntary like flinch, and then he just like goes quiet and steps back a little bit. And the air is a bit like musty smelling now.
What's this smell like?
He
the
drops the
dog in
basketball,
house?
and it drops to the floor. He hastily picks it up and is like holding it kind of low. And
You guys suck.
So yeah, so you also see a door at the bottom of this where, you know, they go in to get to this place. And it's about, like I said, pretty much the same on the ground floor as it is the top. There's an old toolbox there where you grab those crescent wrenches. And then, yeah, that's where you're at. You hear this kind of like little, like, outside the door on the bottom. Downstairs. You two, the two that are down there, hear that. On the other
I'm
side.
gonna start holding your arm really tight now.
Does the door have a window?
Do we decide to go down there after they scream?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm gonna say maybe we should get back. I'm really scared right now.
What'd you find?
Flashlight.
What'd you get? Hello? Did you find anything?
Yeah, your dad.
Yeah, cool. It really is gone.
Okay.
Oh, this is when your mom jokes started popping up around this time, right? Yes. Or was that a little bit earlier?
I mean, they're probably around the 80s too. But anyways, yeah, I would say they're canon.
Yeah, they definitely are.
I'm definitely sensing your mom jokes.
But I do love that your dad is not chunk. That's just a dick move. You guys are really getting, like, you guys are embracing this age here.
Let's see. Well, we've got flashlight wrenches.
Another flashlight.
Another flashlight. It's 2 lights.
Find a flashlight?
We hear the noise, so we don't really want to go downstairs. So I think we'll just leave that room and tell the other guys, nothing else in there, let's go some other way.
Yeah, except we do it like really hurriedly, and we try to like close the door.
Yeah, close that hatch.
Okay, so you guys,
And lock it.
So you guys go back up the
Yes.
stairs. You're back second floor with us.
Yes. Yep, and you lock that hatch.
Yes.
Perfect. Yep, so you guys,
You guys look scared. What happened?
Nothing.
We heard something.
No,
Don't know what it was.
No, we keep going.
No, I'm honest.
What did you hear? Nothing.
I don't know. I don't want to know. Let's go up.
Sounds like what's happening.
yes, so you guys, yeah, so you are still you're on the second floor. You now know kind of where that hatch leads. In the back, you feel that, like,
In the back.
and it feels like it's coming from, like, deeper within.
Oh, the bass
Yeah,
sound?
because it goes a little bit farther back. It's a big square, and you guys like maybe like hear-ish, and like you can kind of hear like from the back of that bassy.
Guys, we should go. Keep going.
We still haven't found the stairs to go up.
I'm going to take those crescent wrenches and divvy them out. So we each have one,
Okay.
if need be.
We got 2 flashlights, so let's split up in 2 teams and find out where the ladder is.
We went through all the tubes, didn't we?
No, I'd still say there's. You went through some by you, but I'd still say there's more, and there's neck crawls and stuff. Like you only had 4 of you guys to go 4 different ways. And,
We had 6 of them.
Tommy.
oh yeah, Tommy and them. I'm gonna say
They're jerking off in the corner or something.
Look at that.
they learned about Dutch ruddering and now it's like that's all they do. Just constant. This is before being gay is okay, but
So they're hiding in the dark.
anyways, so
Did you hear that monster?
Tommy's wee is everywhere right now. It's pissed everywhere. You really gave him a good scaring. So Tommy is unnerved at this point, and he can't let's go to the top. So that's some tunnels.
Find the way, Tommy. Let's go.
Yeah, so Tommy goes, fucking fine, and he leads you guys out to a large net rope, and he gives it a couple of tugs, and you see it goes up into the darkness, and it looks like, because in each level there's probably a good like 10, 15 feet of these tubes, you know, and then like how I would say you can tell it's like a new level is there's a little bit different like coloration, and like, you know, they have those like big floors or whatever, like you almost get to see a ceiling when you're close to that next level, so you can tell this is kind of going up there, and it is a well used one of these fence ropes. You see that some of like the rope pieces have like broken off in corners where kids have like pushed too hard, and you know, beyond that, like as you look through it, you can see like the tops of the first level, all these tubes and stuff, and people have like thrown like gum and candy wrappers and shit down on top of there, and you just catch like quick glances down there with that. Again, these just these big ominous shadows anytime you go anywhere. And he goes, this is where I've heard one of the ways up is, so you want me to do it? Fine, I did it. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay, go.
Okay,
Good
go.
enough for me.
I'm going to give each of you one of dice to climb up this.
It's all you, dude.
Skull.
Skull. I got a 2.
Well, it wasn't a skull. You guys, you start to go up this this ladder, and as you do, Tommy gets too close to one of those like hole parts, and there he just, you hear this like rip, and it falls forward, and he like plunges like hanging underneath it, and he is now currently like holding onto this rope with about a 10 or so foot drop down onto these tubes that also like slide it. Like you can tell like the landing has to be nailed if he's going to go down, otherwise he'll probably just hit a tube and continue to fall deeper within that complex. You see some of the rivets kind of like ping, 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 and this thing is barely holding on, and Tommy is struggling to keep hold. The hanging man. Snipes. Okay, so we leave Tommy hanging for a moment as we step back to establish truths.
Close enough to grab Tommy.
Okay. Will you guys think quick? I'm gonna go pee. I mean, hopefully you guys have something by the time I get.
I'm standing near you, so if you reach out and try and grab him, I can grab onto you to catch him as he falls. Just like in the movies.
That's where you can't use my hand from. Actually, a fat kid, though.
It's gonna be just like Indiana Jones.
Where's Jobs'
Speaking of, I hear that they're gonna be doing that Star Wars Episode 1. I hope it's not shit.
Hopefully I've got some stupid character. I guess eat whatever you want. Shit, I can even eat the counter. How impressive.
Okay, so Justy's near enough to grab Tommy.
Andrew's near enough to grab me.
Yeah, so,
Sorry, Frank.
so as he grabs
Frank.
Tommy as he falls, I can grab onto him and provide balance to pull.
So Frank can grab Billy, Billy can grab Tommy. You boys?
Moral support.
Moral support? Okay. Alright, so, so your truth is you give good Good ups. All right, and you?
He's good with the
Oh,
house.
wait, that's the
Backpack.
truth?
Yeah, this is your
Oh.
truths.
I think I have a crush on Tommy's mom.
Okay. Tommy's mom has got it going on.
I'm not help us.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to help. It's just
I know,
it's
but-
just a truth. Okay.
I have a backpack.
You have a backpack. Okay, sure.
One of those kids are.
You had the
One
foresight.
strapping it or two strapping it.
You had the foresight knowing like you're gonna be in there overnight to like.
Yeah, my mom packed it.
She packed you good because you were gonna spend your night at your buddy's
Yeah.
house. So.
What should we do with all our bags? We're gonna stay in our bag.
All right. So, my truth. They have started to emerge. The world is dark. A new chapter begins.
Okay.
Or this is true. The world is dark. A new chapter begins.
I'm gonna walk over to.
Tommy's mom is up. Did we establish Canada as Tommy your cousin, or was that Jeffrey? Jeffrey was your cousin. That's
Jeffrey's
right.
my cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
Okay.
it backward.
I'm a kid girl, I won't understand.
Y'all got a hot.
Especially not back in that day.
No.
When you were really little, you wanted to marry your mom anyways.
Exactly.
So, I hear something coming from the first floor. I walk over and look out one of the bubble windows, you know, they got on the playground, and you can lean out and look down. I'm gonna let you fill in what's down there.
Okay. How are you looking down? I mean, I know you were looking through your bubble window, but
Looking down the bubble window.
okay. You
I know it's dark.
right. You see less light coming up from beneath than you have before.
Okay, I think the lights turned off.
You notice there's almost a shimmer on the ground, cascading again. That kind of like vaporwavy, like yellow, neon, blues and purples, and pinks. And as soon as you seem to like get a focus on it, it's gone. You hear again that resounding.
The guys beneath keep going up.
Alright. And that is where you are at. So I will say that this way, well, it's not impassable. You guys do grab Tommy. He is for certain pissed his pants now. Like there's no hiding this now.
What floor are we on?
What's that?
Are we on the floor yet?
You're on the second floor.
I think we were like between the set because we were
Yeah,
climbing.
you were
so we're-
betwixt and between. And he seems pretty rattled. He goes, I know there's another way. I know there's another way up. There's no fucking way. Sorry. Freaking way I'm going up that again. And there's probably ways could go, but it looks free. I'll give you that.
That's not risky. Especially with this guy.
Yeah, Fatty McGee will make it.
Hey! Shut up.
Sorry, big bone guys.
So,
Did you see something? You're breathing a lot heavier than normal.
No, I just ran from the other side. We just need to go up. Just show you I'm not fat. I'm gonna climb that tube. If I go over and try to climb it too.
So you do. You find, you guys walk up and you see a tube that is certainly heading up.
It's all ones.
It will be.
It's a 6.
1 6? 1 6, 1 skull.
And remember to save skulls. Sometimes you can, or you can use a virtue or vice. A reroll, and that might get you that.
Both of those reroll skulls.
Yeah, yep. I'm gonna roll to see if I get narrative rights. I got a 6, you got a 6. I'll give it to you.
Okay.
So,
Was it we just found it? Is that what it was?
you found it and you're trying to make your way up.
Okay.
That's the roll, is you working your way up.
I think we go behind you and push you up. Help. And then you climb the rest of the way.
The tube, it goes up, but it angles enough where it's not so steep. It takes time, but we can weasel our way up.
Yeah.
Even small little kids like you, 9-year-old.
Hey, bro.
It's ridiculous.
At least my hand's not injured, bro.
Yeah, you guys make your way up this tube. It's a bit steeper. Like, it's steep to the point of where even at your age you'd be a little bit intimidated going down it. And it takes probably like three of you at a time to really like work at it to get up this thing. But you manage to get as high as any of you have been to the 3rd floor. Before you, as you come up this slide, you see a forest of these bumper pads.
Forest of bumper pads?
Yes, those big round red bumper pads. And throughout are like a checkerboard of panels where there are like solid spots and then ones where it's that like loose netting where there's, I don't know if your foot would necessarily go through, but it make it harder to bounce through. And you are kind of like in the only open U that you can see on this. And again, your light hits, and I mean, you can't, the way they're angled, you can't see through the 2nd row of these pads.
So those are the red pads?
Yep, those are those red
They're just
bumpers,
standing
so
up?
they stand and you kind of like wobble through.
Oh, okay, yeah, they just kind of...
And that's what plays before you go. What do you guys do?
Get going, flashlight man.
I suppose we head on forward.
Oh, I do, by the way, from the start, have cracker crumbs in my pocket. That I just drop as we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of that Hansel and Gretel shit.
I'm not kidding, I wrote cracker crumbs on there.
And I swear I keep hearing the arcade games get louder.
Well, that's not fun. Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing.
You get that. As you guys are like going.
Like we're going through a game.
I'm gonna start eating my extra pizza now.
Pizza?
So are you living your moment? You want to try to grab your hope dice?
Oh, that's right. Is your moment on top? Because it doesn't have to be on top to use it?
He has to get to it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Unless
He just nibbling on it.
That is my moment. Yeah, that is my moment.
here's the thing. I don't mind the trying the fort because it helps force the stories. But this is, I mean, we can house rule this. I've house ruled a few things. If we can all agree, is it okay? Do you guys want to be able to switch up?
I don't.
The only thing you cannot use is your break until the end, or your toy until the
No,
end.
okay, so what I'm gonna do then is I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna take a single piece of sausage off.
Okay, so you're not
Need a little bit of comfort.
you're not living your moment yet, but you're like, oh, that's right, that my greasy boy is in there. Okay. All right. So you guys, what do you do? Tell me, explain to me, going through this thing. How's it going? What's
So
going on?
So we grab shoulder to shoulder.
Yes.
Flashlight man goes first, and flashlight man goes last.
Okay.
I don't know who's got the second flashlight.
He does. The youngest gifted, he goes last.
Where would I go?
Just throw. Hey, look, the bus. Boom.
Alright, the older kids forced me to go to the back, so I was...
Yeah. You have even Jeffy and Tommy in front of you.
Oh, I take the basketball and put it in my bag.
Oh,
It
sure.
doesn't have to carry it anymore.
And let me voice Tommy here. You had it the whole time.
Tommy carrying that stupid thing. You could have looked with your eyes.
So
says
you know
Jeffy.
the ball's got some piss on it too, because he peed his pants. Got rid of it from the ball.
Wish you weren't so fucking awkward, bud. So, yeah, Jeffrey's he's like, hold on, he's like, I hate these things. Even in the daytime. And he just bends out of the way.
So are these bumpers those ones that hang?
No, they're stuck to the
They're-
ground, and you just kind of pivot back and
Oh,
forth.
And I mean,
But they're
essentially, it's the hangers. It's the same concept.
Same concept.
But
Yeah.
they're staggered, so it's two here, but one's right here. So we can't just get a clear view.
You can't serially.
Yeah. And plus
You
it's-
can't serially cleave through them.
Yes.
You can't clearly cleave through them. No.
Mhm.
All right, who's taking lead?
He's lead.
I am.
Lead away.
1, 6, 2, 6, no ones.
I'm
Perfect.
glad you did not get it.
All right. Describe me what's going on as we lead through.
What do we see on the other side?
Billy's
Crack of light.
Billy's fat mom.
Got to think for miles.
And I mean, guys, have fun. Make this place. You know, like if you what do you want to
Because
see?
this third floor, this is the first thing we've seen is this forest of bumpers, correct?
Right.
There's got to be more than just a forest of bumpers.
Right.
I see another arcade level through
Okay.
the bumpers.
Yes. So as you guys go.
With pool tables, because usually the older kids get up this time.
Yep.
Billy screams says, when he had the flashlight, there was a clown picture. Scared me.
Yeah. On a couple of the different pads, you see. Yeah, you see different pictures and stuff, and they'll pop out and whatnot. And you guys make it through, and yes, you hear that as you guys enter through that area, and your eyes kind of take a second. You've had this flashlight, but this is definitely all dark light. This is all that neon glow. The space. Yep, everything is black light in here. The walls have been spray painted with it. The sides of the arcade cabinets are. You see their
So
screens.
it's just that glow.
It's
That
just
dim, dark glow.
that dim dark glow. Your yellowy light, because it's not LED yet. You can't fuck with it. Your yellowy light just seems, it pales things. It takes things it. You see the truth of the place where it's you see crumbs and grit and stuff on the floor and kind
Sorry.
of gross. Tommy again sees something and just mushes of something coming by him, and you in this place there has been no light for a long time. It is just this black light, and it feels otherworldly as you step into it.
Surely an UV light is the only thing that's been on in that place for quite some time. UV light causes colors to fade and all sorts of shit, so it'll look even creepier. The carpet would be all faded.
Your facts aren't helping this.
I'm just saying.
It's making it more
I'm
scary.
world building.
Yeah, so you see two pool tables, a ping pong table, several arcade machines, and
The adult arcade. Big kid arcade.
and one of those not plinko, the ball where you throw the balls
ball.
up, skee ball. Yep. And that is one that's been making a lot of this noise as it comes through.
I've been hearing those balls roll with it.
We should take something so we can prove it to everyone.
Put the ski balls in the backpack.
Yep. Ski balls back.
Let's weigh down the 9-year-old. That's a good idea.
I also think we should take a couple pool cues. Those are the sticks, right?
Yep.
I suppose we're kids, so we'd be looking for weapons.
To use as weapons. Cause
You think ghosts are real? And
exactly.
Well, because I mean, you are. I mean, within the world, your kids. This is spooky. It'd probably be spooky
Yeah.
for us to be one of these places overnight. Kids are
Even
definitely
now.
grabbing onto shit
To defend yourself.
to defend yourself.
okay,
Yes.
I vote we take the only 2 sticks and break them. Split them. 2.
Split 'em
And
so they
then
have a-
Tommy and Jeffy don't get them.
Split them so they have a point.
Also, you're talking about breaking public property.
I can't.
Because there's ones that unscrew in the middle, I think, is what he's.
Yeah,
Oh,
they unscrew in the center,
yeah.
like Gary Miller always had.
I mean, this isn't the ritziest place, but I will let you guys decide what's at this pool table. I will say, the pool cues, they have a pink and a neon pink and neon green stripe, and the balls all are illuminated as well, except for the 8 ball, which only the circle of the 8.
Let's take
Has
the pool
illuminated.
balls, put them in the backpack, and we can start sliding them down the slides.
And they're heavy, so they make noise, so we can hear how long it takes for them to reach the bottom
I
of the
need
slide.
someone else to carry the backpack now. It's too heavy for me.
Shut up, Hunter.
Tommy, take the backpack.
Well, I would be the strongest.
Not Leonidas.
I'm an 11-year-old fat kid. You really want me carrying it?
I mean,
Yes.
You're accustomed to carrying more weight.
I vote.
Well,
You don't even remember my name!
Billy.
how heavy would it actually be? Because how many pool balls?
He's
do you
9
have?
years old. Wow, there's 8 and the cue ball? 9? Or, no, how many are in
And I
there?
have the
Not 8.
throwing
Yeah, I
balls
think it's
too.
12.
the ski
13.
balls too, and
Yeah.
a basketball.
Well, the ski balls are currently locked in the machine.
Oh, there.
Yeah.
Like you need to pay to get them.
We have
token.
we do have tokens.
I'll use this token.
Are we doing facts yet?
No. So you slide a token in, and it goes, "Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba," and you hear there's this like cacophonous like as the balls roll down, and you have where is it? 5? I don't know how many fucking come down. 5. You have 5 of those bigger cue balls, and it goes, "Welcome to Ski ball. Top score, 10,000. Can you ring it?" And you see that or we'll say 15,000. And the top corner itself is the 10,000 one. Jen saying we're being too loud. And this thing just starts yelling off attention, like those games do. And the yellow and red lights. Again, they kind of This is a machine that was placed in there, and it kind of takes out the atmosphere a little bit because it's not as theme colored as the rest of the stuff is, but it sets it apart a little bit. As the ball rolls out, though, you notice that one of them says "splatter" written in black ink on it, and permanent marker on it.
do you think anybody heard? Should we throw the splatter?
I don't know if it had anything to do with the machine though. If it's just written on black marker. Correct? It's just black marker.
It seems like permanent marker of some sort written on there.
Jeffy,
Yeah.
let's throw this one.
Go
Go for a high score.
Jeffy throws the ball.
What's that? Roll one more time.
Shit, Jeffy.
Yeah, Jeffy just whips his dick out and is this third one,
9-year-old wiener. Okay. Yeah, we're
He's
dying
like-
and there's 9-year-old wiener.
pull my nuts, and he throws this thing, and he goes, it, boop, 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 and he hits it in the 10,000 mark, and 10,000 points. Scroll up. Lucky shot. Lucky shot.
Nice, we need to go loud.
And you see you only have 5,000 left to meet the top score.
What if we beat the top score?
Jeffy, do it again.
Then we win 30,000 tickets and can turn them in for a pencil case.
You guys notice that those prizes downstairs are
Pretty dope.
Where'd you get some tickets from here? We're gonna make it through this.
Jeffy goes, "I can't go again yet, numbnuts. I threw the ball. I need another one."
Give him one more.
Do you have the backpack?
Oh, straight.
Give him one more.
Give him one more.
Okay. Takes another ball.
I think we all have ADHD.
Yep.
Because we're sneaking through this place. It's all scary.
Where
Look at
is
this ball.
I don't know where that other. Oh, right on my crotch.
I want it.
Which one is it?
See 6.
6. He hits. This time he gets a 200. It hits that bump a little bit weird, and it hits the top of the cage. But it does go into one of like the U bends and goes into a 200 slot. You have 300 more to meet the top score.
I don't think we should use them.
I say I go
Score.
Sorry?
You think you're better than everybody? Yeah, you're better than. Yeah, what Jeffy?
I'm gonna aim
What the fuck, Hunter?
for the 10,000 again.
Alright.
Watch out for this hot shot!
We're already making a noise.
Alright. I'm gonna be giving you a ball.
Let's go. Yeah, Egg's gonna give it to him. So I'm gonna see if I can steal narration. You have 2 6s and 12. Alright, you have narration. What happens?
I give it the lucky curve.
You'll lucky curve, huh?
It does like the toilet bowl
Life like
around the ring of the 10,000. Drops. But the machine turns off. All of arcade games turn off.
This guy's on my side.
I know! Who keep it
Um,
on? Keep
and-
it.
Almost finished. We look at like the back wall where we entered the arcade, and there's like a little alien dude stuck on the wall, pointing down the hallway. Like like he like they glow in the dark kind of.
So
And,
when
like they're on the
machines
wall.
shut off, it was able to glow and then see it.
Yeah, so it glows in the dark and it's pointing down the hallway.
Yep. So you see this thing kind of like spinning. It's even in the gloom you can tell like the dust of the years as it's pointing down one of the hallways leading out of this. And I will definitely say the least conspicuous of the couple of hallways. And that ripple as it hits, you see like the electronic like scramble in the back. High school, high school, high school, high school. And then you see it'll, and a circuit breaks. The fluorescent lights go off in this. You see the glow. There's these places have like some glowing things. So there's like the sticker stars and stuff. Huge nice. I had them on my ceiling. Can't fight me. They're around. Like they kind of litter the ceiling. So there's a soft glow. And as you see that, you hear a clunk from the bottom of the ski ball, and you look, and the splatter ball has returned, and you can see in glowing lettering all around, kind of like frantically scratched on. It's splat, splatter, splat, splatter, splat, splatter, splat, splatter, splat, splatter, splat, splatter, and it hits the bottom. What do you guys do?
I grab it and I throw that thing down one of the tube slides.
So there is a tube slide within this room between two of the arcade machines, and it says going down, and like somebody like that's like some doofy thing, somebody's drawn like a mustache and like a swastika and shit on there, and a yin yang, the Superman S. This thing has just been like carved into, and you hear. Scared me. Yeah. So that is what do you guys want to do?
I think it's too obvious to go where it's pointing.
It might be the grand prize.
Break everything.
Can we see down the hallway with our flashlights?
Yeah, we can at least go to the entrance of the hallway and look down at it.
Yeah.
Can we see the end of it?
You see a long hallway. You see some poster picture frames along the sides. One kind of like you get startled because you see it like catches like the glass of it or that like plasticky in front of it, and it like shines bright, and then you put it down, and it's just movie poster. And then the hallway does a sharp right about 40 feet down. And this is like the first like structural hallway. Like this is like you guys probably haven't noticed throughout all of this, but this is more of like an actual like room, and this is a more structural hallway. It's the first time you haven't seen tubes in the like hour or so that you've been in here.
I'm scared.
I'm not going first. Well, I don't have a flashlight. I got the backpack.
Okay, do it.
I'm a coward. Won't do it.
Jeffy.
Send Jeffy down the hallway.
Yeah. So you give Jeffy a flashlight, and he starts to walk down the hallway, and you see him like breathe heavy, and as he turns the corner, you guys start hearing
Go back.
behind you from where you guys entered.
Now go back.
What do you guys do? Jeffy like spins on his heels because he hears it.
Well, then he blinds
I'm
us.
running
with the
towards
light.
Jeffy.
Yeah.
As you
I run towards Jeffy.
As you run towards Jeffy, he steps out of sight, like he kind of like gives. You see like something like tug a shirt, and he screams. The light falls, and he is out of view.
So it's just a flashlight. He's laying on the ground.
Yep.
Does our flashlight not illuminate what it was?
Nope. It's hitting. So it's an L going down to the right.
So it's coming around the corner.
It's coming around the corner.
Jeffy!
Chad?
I stop.
Chad?
Jeff, this isn't funny.
Stop. Because I have the other flashlight. We saw what happened to him.
Mhm.
I'm going to turn and see what was making the noise the other way.
You catch the top of that bumper forest, kind of where you'd entered.
And they're moving.
You start to see
Tall grass.
a bit of moving,
Velociraptors, guys. I saw Jurassic Park.
moving coming through, and then Jeffy like screams back like, "I'm fine. I tripped. Might have peed a little. I'm sorry."
Follow my voice, Jeffy.
He's like, "I got a fucking flashlight. I'm sorry, a freaking flashlight. I can see you." And he fumbles and picks it up. He goes, "It started more tubes. It's more tubes, guys."
Is it where it came from?
No. He goes, "Wait," and he goes one. He's like, one's just an opening. It leads to. It looks like monkey bars.
Do you see any breadcrumbs?
He goes, "No," and you guys start to hear that the bumper pads bump further behind you.
I say we start heading towards
Run!
Jeffy.
I'm gonna start running towards
I run past Jeffy.
Okay, so you all head down. You see one slide going down. You see one two tube systems starting to go up, and then you see one that Jeffy was kind of confused about because it's hard at just dead on. It looks like a tube system that goes left, but as it does go left, you see a sudden drop off, a little square padded landing, and then the start of monkey bars going over.
Like over the drop?
Over a drop.
So two go down.
I mean, and you're not close enough to see what more than just you can tell there's a bit of a drop. You see one slide. You see two above that would take some effort climbing. Definitely no, you guys are fine, but if somehow a young kid got there, you would have to, you screw around on a playground. Like I said, you have to kind of find a good spot for your elbow to rest. You have to get your chest up on this thing and push yourself in to get to these two tubes, and then another fourth tube that curves off to the side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're stacked kind of like this at the end of the hallway. I mean, it's just but they're just
so
boom, boom. Yep. So it's slide to the left. It seems to go down. Slide.
Slides don't go up,
and
guys.
it seems to be green. The other two, yep, you can't see because they like tunnel up and they go off to their sides, and then the one tube just abruptly ends. And like I said, from where you are, you can't tell where it goes. Really good.
I'm gonna roll one of those ski balls down the one that looks like a slide.
You hear it roll, and as it goes down, you hear that feeling like whoa, whoa, whoa. And it sounds like it goes quite a ways down. And then I would say, depending on how, yeah, I'll give it to you. So you're listening hard enough, you can kind of hear it crash into the ball pit on the first floor.
Not that one, guys. These ones are up. I say they go up.
Yeah, I think up is where we want to go. Because there's still something behind us.
Yes.
We want to
Alright,
get
but everybody take one too.
You guys want to split up again?
Taking one of the top ones.
Keep
I
on
ain't taking
the
bottom
slide
one.
goes down to the first floor, presumably.
I'm going top right too.
Top left too.
We'll take the bottom two. Bottom right.
But right going towards the monkey bars.
What's below the monkey bars? Because they're obviously crossing
You
something.
want to look?
That's what we couldn't see.
Oh, we couldn't see?
Yep.
Okay.
Nope. Yep.
Do you think we have enough time to just look to see where everything's going? Or not?
Okay. I'm gonna.
So put yourselves in this.
Okay, so
like
Billy-
your kids, you think you're alone. You've been hearing some weird noises. The lights just suddenly go off.
I don't think we want to split up.
So I
Yeah,
take.
You're right. We won't want to split up.
I take one of the. No, except the neon lights aren't on, are they?
And you're down to 2 balls now.
Okay. We got.
Well, I mean, I suppose you have the pool balls.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take ski balls because they're white. I see you're keeping track of them, thank you. And roll one of those into the tubes, those red things that are standing up, where that thing's following us.
Oh, that's down the hallway.
Oh, okay, never
and
mind.
down to the right.
Okay, never mind. Then I don't do that. Okay, I just climb up the top left tube.
Okay.
As
I
I
follow.
Yeah, just follow.
Okay, so this is going to be you guys like trying to
I'm
do this
second.
hastily.
No behind.
I want and birthday boy. Yes. Nothing.
I rolled a 6.
Going 6. All right. So you guys, you clamber in, and the last of you getting up, like Tommy and Jeffy are just up. And the last of you sees one of those, like, off down the hallway. You see the last tree go, like something like hit it like hard, and then it wobbles back in, but you see nothing come out. And with a shock, like just like a burst of noise was ski ball, and the lights start to flicker back in and on down that hallway, and there is nothing there. You guys are all crammed very uncomfortably into the bottom of a small tube. Going up, you see that it is one of those rock wall climbs, and it's going to take some effort to work your way up.
Seeing as nothing's really coming after us anymore, there's less of a reason to panic. Maybe now we can do what we were originally going to do and just check to see where everything else goes.
Sure.
Okay, so you guys want to? All right, go ahead, tell me what's going on. I'll give you. So you want to split? Like you want to?
I'm looking up to
Go
see
back
how high
out?
that rock wall goes and what I can see over, like where
Yeah,
it
we
leads
want to see
up
what's
to
up there first.
You see that there are
with
two.
the flashlight.
There are 2 separations. One at about a little ways up off to the right, and then a secondary one up off to the right at the very tippy top. And you can see that it gets hard to get up to that second side there.
go up to the first one.
First two.
Sounds good.
All right.
Climbing. Fat people.
You boys know what to do?
Roll a skull? Yeah, no problem.
5. Just keeping you guys
Yeah.
Here. All right. So you, the 6 of you manage to get up to this room leading off to the side. It again seems larger than you were expecting as you come across, and it is a large like bounce pad. Have you seen those big bubble ones out in like campgrounds and stuff? It's like a big inflated.
Oh, where like you jump on it?
Yep. Yeah, and on the sides you see some paddings, which you see where it's been like ripped off and worn off. You hear the hum of this thing blowing and keeping this up. They must have forgot to shut one of the switches down or didn't give a shit. And this is humming, but it is cavernous in there, and it is black on the other side because of the length of this. I would say it's probably about 20 feet wide, and you see a door, like another tube on the back side, and you're not quite sure what that is just from where you're at. But that's where you're at.
Does the flashlight reach all the way across?
Yeah, and that's what you can see. Like, you can't see what's in the other side of the hallway, except that it's kind of a very large open room. And you hear that
Speakers.
whatever it is making noise. At this time it is louder.
At this point, I want to hold a stick.
Okay.
Oh,
I
forgot
want
we
to
had
hold
those.
one.
It is dark. The only lights you have here are the flashlights, and it's that that oppressive openness. You know, like you can see the scene, you can see stuff, but like it's just vast and uncomfortable because like there's just not a way to keep eyes on everything in this room.
So let's stay close and shine the lights forward and back.
Yeah, that's a good strategy. And just try to walk across and see what we can see what's on the other
Yeah,
side.
so we keep going.
As you guys step onto the red and yellow striping and expect a bounce, your foot slips quick, and you're able to like catch yourself, and it's a very hard surface. It's not quite like the plastic that you guys have been crawling through, but it almost has that like hard, sheeny feel to it, and you see a bit of like your light now that you're like on it. It doesn't have that like rubber glow that you would expect, where kind of like, when you shine light on rubber like a ball or something and it hits it, it has almost a gleam to it, and this entire structure is hard, and there's a seam that runs down the middle. But other than that, nothing seems to happen.
I jump up and down because I'm a fat kid. See what happens.
You go to jump, and it's like you slip and you fall on your ass.
Ow.
Kind of bounce your tailbone, and you slip off like to the edge because like now it's almost acting like a slide, and you collide with the wall, and that's all.
Ouch! Don't jump!
Jumping's bad.
Oh yeah, you fatty.
Shut up!
So, you guys want to do?
Should we do birthday boy?
It's your birthday. This is your plan.
Keep walking forward. Collect him first.
Yes, please help me up.
Hey, he dances on.
Jeffy, get him up.
Jeffy helps him. I'm done doing your dirty work, birthday boy.
Is she a girl?
We've been over this. I said, hold my nuts as I got the high score, so shut it.
So we keep pushing through this wet, weird, feeling floor.
Yeah, it's not even wet. Like, it's just hard. Like, it doesn't...
Slippery.
Yeah, like, you're not... Like I said, it's not like a plastic, it's not like metal, but it's... Something's off about it. It's not the big bouncy thing you expected it to be. And you guys get a feel for the floor. You make it to the next room, and you feel a bit of cold air coming through the tubes in front of you. To the right, you see the end of some monkey bars leading into this room. It looks like maybe that's where they had led. And in front of you is are two slides. Going down.
Well, monkey bars it is. Let's see if we can't shine the flashlight across, see what's on the inside of them.
You step out into this large opening on the sides. You can see up that you are near that, like you're very close to where the fourth floor would start, and you can see like this twisting of tubes and everything else. You see off to the side what would make the wall of that arcade room, but everything else is making like this large opening where like the tubes are crisscrossing, and you see you actually see one of the slides that's near you. You can make out it going down a little ways past that level, and beneath you, like much safety codes farther than that is safe, is another ball pit. And the only thing is you can see the other end of where those monkey bars are, that were like when you had first started the 4 doors. The monkey bars lead to that end.
So the monkey bars, we just go back.
Mm-hmm.
So probably not that way.
The monkey bars go back to where we came?
Yeah. There's the monkey bars. There's the 2 slides going down.
We don't want to go down.
Was there another way?
So there of the 4 ways originally, or are you talking about where you're at now?
Where we're at now. There's monkey bars, 2 slides. Is there another thing or no?
Nope. That's
It's
it.
just those 3.
Yep.
So what if we go back and try one of the different ways?
I suppose
Like the
so.
left
Yeah.
tube, or do we go up
We
the?
went the left one.
Let's go. Right
Yeah, I
tube.
say we go back and try the other
Let's try
one.
monkey bars then.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Or we could just walk back as well.
Yeah.
It's just over the
Just walk
bouncy
back.
thing, the slippery bouncy thing.
Right.
Oh,
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Fun hazard.
Yeah.
Let's just go back there.
Slip
and try
right
that
down
one.
there.
Yeah. So you guys, you move back, and as you go to step out, Tommy gives a scream as he like plops down to the bottom, and he hurriedly tries to come back in, and he goes, Stop! I saw something at the end of the hallway. This is, so now you'd be facing that L right before going into that. So you can't see what's down the other hallway, but he seems to have seen a figure standing there. And as you guys turn around to poke, there is nothing there. So I swear, guys, I saw it there.
Let's just take the other 2.
Yeah, are you guys gonna swing
Yeah,
around?
because I don't want to be here any longer.
Yeah, let's take the other 2.
Okay. So, I'm trying to think where... Okay, so are you guys trying to, like, go up the rest of that rock wall to get to that next... Because there was 1 tube. That's what led you there. The monkey bars... Like, 'cause that room was just a little bit ahead, and the monkey bars would have gone down in this way. And then above that is a secondary...
Did the monkey bars weren't we on the other side already?
Yeah, and then the tube to the... and then the tube to the right is the one that you haven't. So it's
Yeah,
monkey
that's the one
bars.
we haven't.
Yep.
Tube left, tube right.
Yep, left was the one that led up.
Well, let's go climb up there and go through that tube.
Okay. Are you guys getting on the floor first, or are you guys gonna kind of just like swing over into you're side by side. So you're going like down and then back up, or are you just kind of trying to go?
Oh, that's right. They're side by side. I think it's easier to just kind of climb down. It's easier to just climb down and kind of shimmy over.
How high is it?
Uh,
The ground.
each two probably like 4 or 5 feet tall. About, I'd say about 4.
So we couldn't like use the pool sticks to kind of do our way across.
And they're just stacked up, you know. So, it's
So,
like two here.
Fat Boy Billy steps and stands on the rock wall, because that's what it was right in front of us. They're up on top of this rock wall thing. And then shimmy around.
Yeah, so you're just gonna like, so like the so there's like 2 tubes down here, and then 2 tubes up here, and there's just big wide openings. So I'm wondering if you're just gonna try and swing into the opening, or if you're gonna go down.
I'm gonna swing through the opening,
Okay.
because he said he saw something, so I ain't gonna deal with that. I don't want to touch the ground. It's like lava. Go on. 2 and 3.
Okay. So you, chapter 3, high score. You go to swing, and your body just like whoop, and you hit, and it's padded floors and stuff. I mean, the most pain you have is your dignity at this point, and you look over, and you also think you saw somebody at the end of the hallway, and then though you hear high score, and the lights go out again.
I shot 2. My truth is, I did see something. Not maybe. Not that.
Okay.
Something else I can think of is just static.
That's okay.
I thought there's
Anybody else?
Truth is, I'm really starting to miss my parents.
Okay. Yeah, you've been in here probably about 2 hours now with all this, and shit's starting to get kind of creepy. Maybe this isn't as good of idea as you had thought.
Truth is, I don't want to be here anymore.
Okay, so you guys, so it's kind of setting in what you guys are doing, and this might not be as fun of a party as you, or adventure as you thought it would be. It's great on paper, but not.
Yeah, I'm regretting it.
You're regretting it as well.
I regret this.
I want to go down.
Okay.
But I don't want to go down either. Because I heard the stuff at the bottom of the stairs, as did you. So we still kind of think there's something down there at the bottom.
And you guys saw me can't get over.
Yeah.
We tried.
So
Yeah, the
we're
way.
stuck in here.
The only way out is at the top.
We have weapons.
This is true. There is no more first floor. The world is dark. Chapter 4. What do you guys do?
Don't swing over to the other tube.
I mean, he just failed and plopped down.
He's ballsed it up.
I'm laughing
Still,
at him.
we
Yeah.
can still go.
Even in that, even if,
We can still give it a go. Just-
I was gonna
I
take
make a
swing
joke
over.
to lift the spirits.
okay, good. What do you think?
What did you roll for?
The try swing.
Swing over.
6. Small.
Okay. their truths are like they're regretting. They're like he misses his parents. He's ready to go home. He wants to go home. My truth was there is no more first floor. So you make it over. Was that just in moving that you had another skull there?
What?
Yeah, you only.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So he swings over. You swing over there successfully. You see, they're spaced out a grip, but you see there's like bars to crawl up, and it looks like it starts going heading up. I think we go up.
Yeah.
Everybody follow.
Follow John.
So now my fat ass has to get into that tube.
Yes, and I will say that you are able, from the ground, you're able to get up. Just the swinging over is
What got me?
what got you.
Okay.
How are
So
you
I
doing?
go up with you. Wait for me,
I'm
guys!
stepping on the ground.
You're what's that? You're going down the ground.
Yeah.
I want to try to swing it as well, man.
Okay. On the ground,
Oh, you were the only one that made it.
you start to hear. Come down the hallway.
A 6 and
But you're looking for a
Oh, those are all zeros or ones. I was like,
Oh, buddy.
all right. Yep. So you swing in there too, and then you are able to crawl up into that tube. And before you are the bars. Jeffrey and Tommy are sitting on that edge of the tube, and they're hesitant, but they come and they follow you guys up those bars. So you guys are gonna try and climb the bars? Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Birthday boy, who do you want to give the 2 extra dice to?
he's at good luck.
Oh, yeah, you could spread him too if you want, but if you want to,
No,
he's been
No,
rolling
not
since
to me,
you're
not to me.
I got 6.
I got a skull.
I got a 6.
I got a rock.
narrative. 6. All right. Andrew, you got it. So I got my 2 skulls, right? Okay. So you guys make it to the top of this. Yeah. And you can tell that you're kind of on the top of where that weird pit was below you, or that bounce or the bounce thing was. You can just like your spatial recognition. You can tell like that you're on the ceiling, and you are there is like the padded floor, and you come through like these drapes as it cuts off, and you are in a hall of mirrors. It seems wider than like a single person one. They probably intended for like groups to run through. Some is glass, some are mirrors, but there's also some mirrors on the floor and some on the ceiling as well. What do you want to do? You can see painted in like glowing thing an exit on the other end, and you see it looks like a stairway leading up. But you can tell just by this that there is some stuff in between.
It's a maze.
It's a maze of sorts.
Well, we have those crescent wrenches.
I have a stick too, so we just crack wherever we go
I
on
think-
the bottom.
Yeah, and we're not like breaking them or anything, so we can.
Oh, you
ourselves. We're basically marking our way.
Just tapping them.
Yeah, giving them a tap
Like
so
a
we can
stuff?
tell.
Almost?
Yeah.
Or are you trying to put a little bit of a
Chip.
I
Like chip 'em.
are you chipping, or are you just like going like bunk 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 to hear like
I'm
that's an
chipping
opening?
the floor, like the floor mirrors.
Okay.
Just scrape
Just
the
know where we
crescent
were.
wrenches on them.
Yeah.
And I think also the wall ones we can hit too, because the marked ones, once you mark them, then they're clearly a solid wall, so you're not running your ass into one.
Yeah, sure. So these are there's it seems to be like some sort of coating over them. You know, like they're more like they're not glass per se. So you definitely leave like a scuff, and it's like plexiglass, and like you know like with a good enough thing you could bust it, but it's more of like a sheen of some sorts. And so yeah, so you're leaving scuffs, and you guys are starting to bump your way through. Let's see how you guys manage to find your way through these. Unless there's a leader who wants to lead.
I think at this point we would be all too scared for somebody
Yeah.
somebody like
We'd want to stay.
volunteer.
We want to stay together. Oh,
Dang
that's a
it.
skull.
Do you have any more cards to burn on that one?
Oh,
Oh,
I do
actually,
have. I'm honest.
I mean, I got a 6,
Alright.
but
Yeah, that's skull back.
let's see.
Okay.
Hug people.
Do you?
I'll burn it.
I'm gonna give you. I'll let one of you burn, like if that makes sense. Because like you, it's a group effort, so one of you guys can burn your card.
I got one card, so.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll hug people, so
Is that what you're getting rid of?
yeah. So I'm gonna start hugging whoever took the lead pretty much.
So, all right. Who does want to take lead? Anybody?
Well, I've been doing it before.
Okay.
And
so
you got the flashlight.
yeah. So you're
Yeah,
bumping around.
sure.
So you.
I'm gonna go back to your arm.
Yeah. So I'll say that like you are very like nervous about this, and having him that kind of like that physical contact makes you feel like strong enough to carry on.
Gives confidence.
Yeah.
No sixes.
Okay, no, I mean you guys had got some 6, but yeah, no 1s, so you get to keep these, which is Justy. For do you want to flip your phone screen over? So yeah, so you guys start to go through this, and you are nearing the end when your eyes are just burnt with a bright light that comes open on the top, and it kind of starts to reflect off, and you guys start to feel hot as this light. There's like one big like domed piece of this plexiglass, and it seems to bounce through, and it's shining down on you guys, and you start to feel hot. What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna go around, tell you to shine around and look for a way out.
All right.
Yeah. So I mean, you see the exit, and you guys are about 15 or so feet from it, within this maze, and this like you start to feel a bit of this burning, like it's like you have been out on a park bench for too long on the pavement.
And we're still in that.
You're
near
still
maze?
in that near maze,
Crap.
but you're about 15 feet away from the exit. You guys have made it about that far. What do you guys want to do?
So you're leading, so stick your hands out as you walk and make sure you don't run into something.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you going fast? Are you trying to get out of it? You get the sense of like sticking this light is gonna.
Well, we don't want to run because we're just gonna run into shit.
Skin
So
cancer from
I'd say
candy, my
a
sister
brisk
said.
pace.
Sure.
Power walk.
A power walk. if you
Screw it,
will.
right?
I'm gonna still give you a this to see how long you guys are in this.
Two skulls.
So, do you want to do anything about those skulls?
I am
Andrew rolled.
Oh, that's right. Yes, that's right. We didn't do her.
So I'm honest. So
Find a way to put that in there.
if we don't get out of here, we're fucked.
Okay. Okay, you yell that as a let's get moving. So re-roll those skulls.
No sixes.
It doesn't matter about the sixes. You already passed. Didn't you get a 6 or no?
No.
Oh,
He re-rolled the skulls. Re-rolled.
I see. Okay. So, you guys make it to the end of this maze. You all now kind of have like a bad, like almost a sunburn feel on you as you topple through this door. It seems as you go through, that light shuts off and your eyes, like all of your, like any night vision you'd had beyond like that flashlight is gone. But it is still enough to see on the side that says Squish Scorch written in wall in that same black ichor that you had seen before oozing out of the door. Oh. Squish Scorch. And the stairway up.
Stairs are gonna collapse on us.
Last time we saw some writing like this, though it led us the right way.
True. That one went out.
No, well, because we didn't get any sixes. So
Oh, that's right.
we had to put it out. So we got truths now.
Oh, I haven't.
Who was it? Was it Jeffy that got that tripped?
Tommy.
He was
Oh,
scared.
wait, oh, Jeffy, yep, Jeffy tripped back, Tommy fell out of the tube and was scared. That's how I figured. Yep, so Jeffy
Yeah, Jeffy had the flashlight and fell over.
That was chapter 4, The Big Mermaids.
Jeffy has markings on his back.
Okay.
So you've seen markings in Jeffy.
I got magnets in my pocket.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow, you got everything.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I do that.
MacGyver something up here,
I
dude.
came prepared.
This backpack is getting heavy.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
No wonder why you couldn't swing over.
Yeah.
Weight just
yeah,
took you.
yeah, everything.
So did you say that, is there like, in this exit door going up, is there, did you say there's light up there?
No, there is no light up there,
It's just
but
from
like
that, it was just the light from the mirrors.
above the mirror maze, yes.
Where the light came in, was it on the top ceiling?
Yes.
The dome? I have a pair of sunglasses.
Okay.
I got them in my pocket.
What do you got?
Okay.
Oh
So, so the my truth is, yeah, you guys, it might, it's
no!
living.
What's your truth?
How should I have it now? I won't have a candle. 'Cause now I gotta think twice now. My truth is that the skittering noise has become more apparent to you. Like you guys, it is now an
Like we notice it.
audible.
Like
Like
we-
yeah,
we
now
can
it is an
tell all of us
audible.
have heard this at this
You don't know what it is, but it seems familiar.
point.
Okay.
Right, I forgot we're in the 90s. Okay, so
into the mirror maze, and there's a stairway before you.
And that's the only thing we got. I roll the cue ball down.
Up, it goes up.
Oh, does it?
Oh, I will say there's a stairway going up left, and there is a slide going down right.
Cue ball will go. Sweet. Throw
Or
it down.
are you
slide.
throwing out a ski ball?
Just a cue ball. Just one of the pool balls. So we had what? What did we decide? 13 because there's a 12 ball.
Yeah, plus the cue ball. So you roll one down that slide, and you hear like a bit of like a scattering as it hits
Like
down.
shattering?
Like a bit of a scatter, like something like it hits something and that and it seems like it drops down a ways. Like you hear that, and it you can hear it picking up speed, and it seems like this one leads to the first floor.
True. Okay. How about we go up? And
Shine the flashlight.
yeah,
and go up.
he has a flashlight. Someone else had one too. So
Tommy
yes, Tommy has a flashlight.
says, "Fuck this." He's like, "I am done. I'm done with the writing on the walls. I'm done with this noise. I'm done. I'm going home. I'm going to do whatever it takes to hit through those doors and fuck you guys." And he goes down that slide, and you hear him. You don't hear Tommy hit the bottom because of the screaming. The guttural, absolute screaming and that chittering noise. It seems to muffle the screams for a moment. You hear him choking, and you can hear one last like sob, and then silence. Tommy went down. There's a stairway to the left, the tube down to the right. Seemed to go to the first floor. Tommy said, "Fuck this," and slid down. You also see like the flashlight light like moving. Is this, and then it seems to fade into whatever is down there. It is gone.
Okay. So is that your truth then?
No, that's what happened before that candle went
Oh,
out.
okay. That was during. So my truth is that the flashlight battery is still leaving out.
Shoots and Ladders is chapter 5.
Way to save us there, huh?
Hey,
Yep.
you threw us under the bus a couple times.
So now we're at second truths. So you guys just like heard Tommy be silenced by something. Something is fucked.
Alright, fine. I'll change mine. Never mind. Let me think about this. You guys go ahead. I heard Tommy describe it.
Okay.
Just like a one bland, like not like super descriptive, but
He yelled the
I was
word.
just leave it.
What's that?
I was just gonna leave it like that. Like,
Oh.
I mean, the
Oh,
only
I-
thing he said was like, it's big or it's scary, just like a one word like that. But I'm not sharing that word.
Okay.
I didn't like Tommy to begin with.
So you're not
Glad
like
he did.
super. No, and that's hey, kids are mean. So yeah, like you're just like it'd be like Jimmy, and you know, some loser going down the tube. Yeah, there's people who I've hung out with that in a situation. Yeah, I'd be like, cool. Not gonna go figure out what the fuck happened to him. All right, so that's 2 of you.
I under no circumstances will go down. I only want to go up at this point.
Okay.
I'm starting to lose my mind.
Okay, you're starting to go a little bit nuts
Yeah.
with this. All right.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Friends,
My truth You guys missed entering a room that would have crushed you.
I knew it when they said squeeze.
And that one said smush.
Swoosh.
So there's or stop. Sorry, that one said stop. So that one said you missed a room that said stop, but I won't give you where that was. There's a possibility of linking back through there. You missed it. There is also squish and sear. Squish was written on or splatter, but splatter and
Splatter
squish
was on the ball.
Splatter and Squish were on the ball. Stomp is a room you've missed.
Scorch was,
Scorch was